Hello Cancer, and welcome to your reading. Before we begin, this could be past, present or future energy, but for me as a reader, the energy truly begins as soon as you are guided towards watching this video. This message will resonate if it is meant for you. If it does not resonate, please be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter, because they are all important regarding love. If you feel divinely guided towards a personal reading with me, that information will also be in the description box below. Your energy, Cancer, I have to say, as I was shuffling just now, before I go into the premeditation, which is the energy of your reading, and it's quite emotional, it's quite intense, so I just want to tell you that before I get started. But this did come out as I was just shuffling. To me, the Wheel of Fortune is the divinely guided card, and if this comes out, it means that it's a strong connection, and it's in some ways this wheel is turning regardless. The universe is stepping in now and letting it flow, letting you flow with it in alignment. So this is an interesting card, and that's why I did pause for a moment when I was shuffling earlier as I introduced the reading. So in my premeditation, I feel like I saw one of you, your younger selves, and in this vision that my guides gave me, this young child was looking around them, and as they were doing so, there were flashing lights, and these lights were blinding, and I feel like they represented realizations of some sort, or they represented this sense of knowing too much, and they were moving around and they were trying to block these lights because their eyes, it was so bright for them, and they were just hiding their eyes, covering their eyes, and everywhere they looked there was another bright light. And over time, over this endurance, it's interesting because the lights that once scared them actually morphed into a bright light within themselves, and this light within themselves grew and grew and grew and beamed out of them, and they became the light. So it was an interesting vision, and also as well I had this sense of feeling lost. You know, this child, they felt lost in some way. And perhaps this represents your authentic self as well. If it's your younger self, it's that deep sense of innocence within you, and you felt lost, but then it felt as well like nobody could find you. And when you think of light, you think of something that's higher than something physical, something on the surface. It's something that you can't hold on to. It's abstract in a way. But you found yourself, and you beamed brighter than anyone, and when no one else found you, you found yourself. And when you did, I think it shows great strength, and it came from fear. It's like this strength came from a place of having to shield yourself in some way, in some aspect of yourself, and in the end it made you the divine person that you are. So it felt emotional as well. I have to say that the emotions I felt behind this were very deep, very intense, and they came from a place deep inside you. This is a love reading, and I'm going to have your energy on this side and your partner's energy on this side, but do remember that because I'm connecting to both of your energy, that this could be vice versa, this could be interchangeable, so take it how it resonates with you and let your intuition guide you. We now open ourselves up to the energy that we are about to receive with love and light. We are open. Now, as I ring this singing bowl, I would just like you to let this noise penetrate you, let it roll through your senses, and let it flow through you. We are ready. Current situation regarding love for Cancer. Current situation regarding love for Cancer. The first card out for you, Cancer, is the Eight of Wands, and I would like to say that I just saw the number 11 on the monitor, and that is 1111. That can be, if any of you are into numerology. So I feel at this time that you feel a sense of knowing, a sense of deep knowing that something is about to happen, and it's going to be something that you're just going to have to let go and release and follow. In a way, it's as though these arrows of love here, if you think of these as arrows of love, have penetrated you, and it feels quite natural to you, it feels right, and it's a feeling that you haven't quite felt this intensely before. And because of this inner knowing and this light within you regarding this relationship, regarding this love, you can't deny it, you can't, and you have to release this. And it feels like no matter what, even if you've had barriers or you've been defensive in the past or protective over your own emotions perhaps, because the wands are about emotions as well as passion as well. This is deep passion, this is intense passion. So this is not only your emotions, this is to do with how big your emotions are in your heart. And I feel like here your heart is being swept in a direction here, and you're letting it take you, you're letting it. And perhaps that isn't something that's been natural for you before, but I feel like now it is, and the reason is because of the intensity of this feeling, and you want to keep working towards this. You feel that no matter what, this is something that's worth all of you, it's worth everything, every part of you, and you're going to keep striving for this, and you're going to keep trying to grow whatever this passion is and within this relationship, it could be the relationship as a whole, it could be you as a person, it could be you together with your partner, it could be all of it, because this is about adaptability, this card as well. And I'm thinking here that really this is someone that continues and continues for love no matter what. They strive and they never give up on love, and perhaps you have felt a sense of determination here, of true determination, and it's because someone here has penetrated you and you're not letting it go. And I actually just heard that. I heard someone say in their mind, I heard someone say, whoa, okay, this is intense, sorry, my guides are showing me a conversation here, and I feel like it's actually you in your head, it's your thoughts, and you're saying, I refuse to let this go, I refuse to let this go. And it's because of the endlessness of this, it's the unconditional aspect of this that really draws you in. Interesting. You have faith in this connection. I feel like, yeah, no matter what happens, Ace of Wands, no matter what happens, this connection is surrounded by your faith, and you remain true to your faith, and your partner is part of that faith. It's almost like you and your partner are in this world together, where you mean everything to one another. But at the same time, this world, it's protected by faith, it's protected by this sense of oneness with each other and this light around you both. It's almost like that light that you built by yourself, you discovered by yourself, this immense light within yourself, and through that now you have this love, this authentic and pure love, and you're letting that become part of your light. And actually it's strange, because at the beginning I had this feeling of people not knowing you as much as you know yourself, and it's as though when other people didn't discover you, when other people didn't understand you, you truly were finding yourself, and you were truly being able to understand yourself here. So now it's very interesting that you've come to this point now where you're letting the universe take you, and you're flowing towards this. The Ace of Wands is a card of passion again. It's about resurrection. It's about that flame within you lighting up, and it is Cancer. And the hand, what I love about the aces is that the hands in these cards, they're white. So you're holding on to this journey, you're holding on to this relationship, and it's authentic, it's real, it's part of you, it's coming from a true place, it's coming from an authentic place, and it's coming from a creative place actually. It's coming from you being able to express yourself here with all of this, this fire energy that you're encompassing right now. Your intuition is highly active at this time, and you're letting your intuition guide you as well. I feel it quite deeply here that you're trusting in your intuition, and you're taking time to listen to your thoughts and reflect on your thoughts as well. Current energy for Cancer. Energy for Cancer. The next card out is the World card. Interesting how I said that this is your own world surrounded by light, and the next card is the World, and that is the Major Arcana, the first Major Arcana to open your current energy, Cancer. This relationship means the world to you. in its simplest form, it means the world to you. And also, in a sense, you're feeling quite whole, you're feeling quite one in this relationship. You want to give all of your energy, you want to give your fire energy, as we've seen, this passion, this intense passion within you, this creative intensity. You want to give this, and this is about intuition as well. And you want to give your water energy. Your water energy is your emotions and your feelings, and wanting to really go deeper with this person and really understand this person from the inside out. You want to give this person, this relationship, your air energy, your thoughts, your truth, your authenticity. You just want to really be open with this individual. And also you want to give this person your pentacles, which is long-term commitment, stable commitment. And this is about something that is grounded. This is something that is not only high above and part of faith and part of a higher purpose, but it's also part of really what makes you both feel stable, what both makes you feel secure, and that's inside yourselves and also in the outside world. I feel like this is quite a unbreakable bond, a stable bond, and one that you're taking quite seriously, especially with that card. The next card is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is one of the, actually it probably is the worst card in the deck. And I feel like you've had to really deal with a lot of deception and a lot of, I feel, energy that has led you to not trust people, and you've had to look out for yourself. You've had to, it's almost like you're trying to go forward on your journey, and as you move forward you've had to look behind you and really protect yourself in some way and shield your emotions, shield your thoughts, and not really be open with other people. And that's because of the experiences you've had, and it's been quite hard for you. You've felt like you've been in a way isolated, in a way having to be within yourself, and perhaps you didn't feel like people were going to understand you. You didn't feel like people were going to try to understand your emotions. Perhaps you felt like they would just not want to know you on a deeper level, not want to understand you on a deeper level, and in a sense, because as they see you, they see you from their perception, they don't see you from your perception. So you think, well, their perception of me is not going to be reflective of everything I've had to go through. And I feel like what's happened here with this relationship is you see that their perception is quite open, that is quite expansive, and it's allowed you to be able to be yourself. It's allowed you to be able to be honest with this individual, because it feels like they've been through so much and you've been through so much of this, this energy that's quite deceptive, that you both can come together and truly understand one another. Gosh, the next card is the Five of Swords. So you're moving away from toxic energy, you're moving away from energy that's quite short term. I think you realise that there's been some short term victories, and perhaps they felt okay. They didn't feel, it's interesting because they were victories, Cancer, but actually they didn't feel right. They didn't feel like they were of any true substance to you. There was some sort of lack within them, even though you were victorious, even though you were able to succeed and able to move forward. There was something missing, wasn't there? And you couldn't quite grasp what it was. And I feel like when you met this person, you realised that you realised what long-term success was, you realised what long-term stability was, and you're not letting go. You're just not, because you know what you've got is special, and it's something that took you, quite frankly, the whole world. It took you a whole lifetime to find this individual, and this isn't something short term. You're so serious about this, and I can't stress this enough. For some reason, the energy is just very intense. It's very intense, and you see this person, they're smirking, they're inconsiderate here in this card. Actually, you know, now I'm being drawn to this face, and I'm seeing this sense of inconsideration, and I'm thinking that perhaps people in your life have not been there for you in the ways that you've needed, and this person has really provided you with that security and with that love in order for you to feel like you can do this, to feel like you can change the world even. So you're not in this to play games, you're not in this to have any low vibrational energy around you. You're in this for pure love, for passion, for the purpose, for the faith behind this relationship. The last card, please. Oh, interesting. I usually have 5 cards for you and 5 cards for your partner's energy, Cancer, but for some reason they want me to give you 6 cards. One more card, please, for Cancer, their current energy regarding love. Wow. We have another major arcana here, and this is the Emperor. The Emperor is the father of the deck. The Emperor is the leader. They are all of the kings combined here. So we may not see kings here, but what we have now, the last card for you, is the king. It's the king of all the kings. It's the King of Swords. So you're able to make decisions that are wise, that are objective, that people can count on and people can rely on, and they can be moved by your ideas. They really can, and they trust in you. So if you apply this to a relationship, this is someone that in a relationship can really lead the way, can really give their partner a trustworthy love that they can count on. Also here I feel like you're looking into the future, you're seeing all the possibilities, and you're determined to get there, but you're doing so in a way that's quite inspirational and that could be inspirational to those around you. Also here we see the water energy, which is you, Cancer. We see the King of Cups in this card, and that is about being stable in your emotions, grounded in your emotions, being emotionally intelligent and working to better yourself every day. But here, because this is the Emperor, this is saying that you are becoming that wise person. You are really reaching here in this love for the highest level that you can, the highest level of commitment. And lastly, we have the King of Pentacles, who is a hard worker, and they're willing to put the work into this relationship because they know the meaning behind this, and they want an equal relationship where they can both give and receive love, and I feel like here have something long-term with their partner. So yes, the father of the deck is someone that others can rely on, and someone that can also really nurture as well here with the World card, actually. So this is someone that is serious and also freeing at the same time. The 2 major arcana, the World and the Emperor card. So I'm just moving the cards now to make way for your partner's energy. Beautiful so far. Your partner's current situation regarding love. Current situation. The first card out for your partner's energy is the Strength card. This is about someone that is, again, determined to make this relationship succeed, and they're being quite strong at this time. I feel, are moving away from a place where they found it hard to trust, and they're using their intuition, and they're coming towards you like this lady does with this lion. See, this lady, she could look at this lion and think, oh, that I'm quite different from this lion, and she could shy away from this lion. But what she's doing here with that infinity symbol on her head, she's taking a look at this situation with the way she feels. She's taking a look at the situation from the point of her intuition, like you, Cancer, and she's moving towards this lion, and she sees this lion is harmless. They're looking at each other and they're bonding over this union, and there's a sense of warmth here. There's a sense of unity despite anything. And I feel like your partner admires the differences between you both. Your partner embraces the differences between you both, and they feel like it builds you both as a person, you see. And also, this is one of only a few cards in the deck that contains the infinity symbol, so they're looking at something and they're thinking about the future, and they're thinking of how you have a long time to spend with one another, and they're thinking of all the creative ways that you can grow together and also grow individually, and for personal development as well as relationship development. They're quite authentic. They're coming from a place of authenticity, because I'm noticing they're wearing white, and I feel like flowers are growing from them, actually, rather than them wearing flowers. I feel like there's something growing within them, and it's something that is harmonious, something that they're letting happen, and it feels like you're both in the same space here. You're both letting the universe take you in this direction. And this could be past energy coming into now. It could be that you've been this way with them, and you've been letting this flow, and perhaps you both came from a place where you trusted each other completely, and it was this inherent trust that you couldn't quite grasp, because it felt like you were so protective before with your energy, and it's like you see into one another, and it's so passionate. It's all of the cards on your side here to do with your energy, Cancer, are fire energy. The wands, which is intense passion. Those swords, it's about letting go of trust issues, and your partner here as well with the Strength card. This is an authentic relationship. This is a relationship that is so open and honest that you can be an emperor. You can be an emperor, and you can do so from a place of true integrity. The next card out for your partner is the Four of Pentacles. They're holding on to this relationship quite tightly. The fours are about stability and security, and the pentacles are about long-term stability, long-term security, and they see this relationship as something that they're not letting go of, that they're very serious about, and they're holding on to this pentacle. They're not letting this go. They may have other ambitions, other long-term ambitions and goals that they're pursuing, but this relationship is at the forefront. They put this relationship first, and that's because this relationship is what inspires them to be who they are and inspires them to move forward on their journey. And they need this sense of oneness with you. They want this sense of oneness with you, and it's almost as if it's part of themselves, and you're taking each other as part of each other. I feel it's very, very much a love that my guides are showing me two people quite merged together even, morphed together. Like their bodies are entwined together, and it's I have to say it almost feels unnatural because you're so different, but at the same time it feels so natural. So I guess a bit like the Strength card, there's harmony in difference. This is very interesting, Cancer. I feel like this relationship is transforming you in quite a intense way. Cancer, your partner's energy, your partner's current situation regarding love. Okay. Two cards wanted to come out and I'm going to accept them both. We have the Death card and we have the Nine of Cups. Both of these cards are very beautiful cards, and I'm going to go into the Death card first. I wouldn't get too scared by the label of this card. This is a card of true transformation and great depth. And I remember I was saying earlier to you that you're seeing each other from the inside out. You're seeing each other quite deeply, and you're choosing to with all of that water energy inside of you, Cancer. And it's allowing you both to see what truly matters to you and what truly resonates in your life, and to move forward in that high vibrational energy and let go of any energy that is not part of you, that is not part of that high level of commitment that you're flowing towards, that high level that we see at the beginning of this reading. And at the very corner of the Death card we see the sun coming up, and that's true clarity, that's true awareness. And I feel more than anything, Cancer, that this is emotional clarity. This is emotional awareness. This is being completely in tune with your intuition, completely in tune with your emotional side of yourself, and wanting to hold on to each other quite tightly. This is Scorpionic energy, so it is very intense. But I feel like here, especially with the Four of Pentacles, that your partner has some quite deep emotion for you. Quite deep. And they're growing. They're continuing to grow, they're continuing to transform as individuals, and they're seeing this relationship as quite a intense and transformative and passionate relationship. My guides just said passionate, so I had to add that in there. The next card for your partner is the Nine of Cups, so this is really everything they could ever want. This is a wish fulfillment card. This is them giving all of their cups to you, putting all of their cups on this table and sitting there firm in their emotions and saying, I am authentic with you, I'm giving you all of my love, all of my emotions, all of my feelings, and they're here for you now. And I'm looking at this relationship and I'm seeing this as what I've always wanted in my life and what I've been yearning for, and now I have it. I'm sitting there, I have my arms crossed, I'm serious, I'm wearing white, again, I'm authentic. But this, you see the red hat here, they're coming from a place of passion, but also passion and just wanting to be completely open with you as well about their feelings, and because they see this as a wish fulfillment, they do. So they're holding on to you quite tightly, they're not letting go of you, they want to be one with you, and whether that be in a stable sense with those pentacles holding on to you there, that one pentacle that they're saying, this is us, this is our relationship, and this means everything to me. But also they're encouraged here by other passions in their life, but no matter what happens, it's you that they love quite dearly, and you that keeps inspiring them every day to keep going and moving forward on their journey, because you are that wish fulfillment, Cancer. You are, and they're sitting there with their arms crossed saying, Cancer, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I just heard someone say that. it's interesting because on your side, Cancer, I did hear you say I'm not letting go, and then on their side I also heard someone say I'm not going anywhere. In that sense, I don't know if that's whether you thought that, Cancer, and I'm hearing your thoughts, or if you actually said that to this person, but you both are taking this very seriously. Can we have another card, please, for Cancer, the current energy regarding love for your partner? The Three of Swords. Letting go of deep core wounds and healing from them. This is my card of healing. This is my card of letting swords that have penetrated you. So in this case, Cancer, I feel like your partner has really had to go through a lot, and it's really developed their thoughts and developed the way they address situations in their life. They really are quite a deep thinker. They're quite an intense thinker. They think with their emotions as well, so sometimes they can let their emotions run away with them because they're so in love with this relationship. They're so in love with you, and they don't want these. It's almost like, actually, there's been some sort of core wound in their life, and it's been quite hard for them to really understand where that core wound came from. And they saw you, and there was something so healing about you, there was something so harmonious about you, and it made them see that they could let these swords out in some way. It made them see that these swords, they didn't have to be detrimental to them. They could be something that expanded them. And as these swords came out, Cancer, as these swords are coming out, they're also developing ideas, because the swords are about thoughts, the swords are about ideas and victories and trust and authenticity. As those came out, they actually realised that the swords in their hearts were strength to them. The swords in their heart were something that made them think in a certain way that could really be of use not only to themselves but this relationship and their life, because these swords have made them stronger as a person. These swords have made them someone that can understand the trials and tribulations of others on a deeper level. So even though it's been painful for them, they want to move forward, and they wouldn't take these swords out if they had the choice, but they're just healing from them naturally. They're healing from them naturally, these core wounds inside themselves, because they see you and they see harmony within you, and there's only room for growth, I feel. Your partner isn't the kind of person that would let things... I feel like if they were to ever deteriorate in any way or let their heart deteriorate, they would grow in the long term. You know, they refuse to give up, and I feel like that is the message of this reading, that you're both refusing to give up on your passions, on your mission in life. And it's because what you're doing is you're creating real meaning. The last card is the High Priestess. This love is intense. This love is bare. This love is you both coming together from a place of knowing, and it's an inner knowing here with the High Priestess. This is my divine relationship card. This is a spiritual card. You may not know everything about one another, and it's because you know that you're going to discover each other more and more every day. But even if you didn't quite know everything about one another, you feel it, you sense it. It's like you don't need to say anything. You both could sit there in silence, and you would be able to read each other's minds in some way, to read each other's thoughts in some way, and have that glow in one another. And I remember thinking again to that light, how you welcomed them into your light, and perhaps that's as well about that sense, that inner divinity within you both shining through. They see this connection as quite spiritual, they see this connection as having a higher meaning, and perhaps they are, if they don't see it, they feel it. There's something within them that's telling them that this is meant to be. If I were to describe this card as a feeling, it would be tingles in a way, or some kind of urge, some kind of magnetism towards this relationship. They have faith. I was drawn towards the cross, and I was thinking they have faith. Again, both of you have faith. Now I'm going to go on to how they perceive you, Cancer, and then I'm going to go on to how you perceive them. Remember that this is their perception, so this is the current energy that you're in at the moment, but this is their perception, so this could be true, this could not be true. It's just part of how they see you as an individual. How do they see you, Cancer? The Nine of Pentacles. They perceive you as someone that creates harmony, someone that is surrounded by well-deserved success, because this card follows the Eight of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles here follows the Eight, and the Eight is about hard work. It's about taking on all of your goals and focusing on them and moving forward to build a strong foundation, to build something that's very long-term and beautiful and well-deserved. And they admire that in you. They admire that through everything you've strived and you've persevered, and you've come out of this as someone here that's surrounded by all of this natural abundance, surrounded by nature, and it's free flowing and gentle as well in a way. You're quite attractive to them at this time, and your ambitions in life also inspire them. Your ambitions in life could be to do with peace in some way, or perhaps they see you as someone that brings peace to situations around you. Comfortable. I'm getting here, you're wearing this, you see this individual, they're wearing this lovely robe, and I feel like here this is saying that you're someone that is welcoming, someone that makes them feel quite comfortable to open up to, and you have respect and integrity in yourself. And my guides are showing me a video here of someone just daydreaming, and they're daydreaming and they're looking at this lady. They're looking at this lady in nature, and they're just mesmerized by you. It's very dreamy, I have to say. The Judgment card. This is a card of enlightenment, a card of awakening in some way. So they see you as quite a intelligent individual, someone that's quite knowing of answers, and it's taken you quite a while. They see that it's taken you a while to really truly understand what you need to understand, but once you've come to that understanding, you've become quite a wise person, and they can come to you in times where they lack clarity, and you would give them clarity, and you're someone that can give people clarity around you. Perhaps answers that you didn't have in the past, you're receiving now, and perhaps if you haven't received these answers, perhaps you had questions that were unanswered in the past, perhaps they see you as someone that is accepting over situations that lack clarity. You can accept them and you can move forward, and that's because you have this inner knowing within yourself as it is. So you analyze situations, you find the deeper purpose behind situations, and it allows you to move forward. The next card for you, Cancer, for your partner perceiving you, is the Three of Pentacles. This is my card of putting someone up on a pedestal. So they put you up on a pedestal, they admire you, as I said, they have this dreamy energy around them, especially to do with you, and they see you as someone that is able to create, is able to manifest, and the work that you put into your life, they admire that greatly, and they see you as quite strong. And the threes relate back to the Empress. She gives birth, she is the unconditional loving person. So you're someone that's long term and unconditionally loving, and again the energy is quite intense. So I feel like you work with people, you cooperate with people, or they feel like you are someone they can work with and someone they can cooperate with and build with and grow with, and you're the ideal person to do that with, I feel like, with these cards. But they recognise all the hard work that you put into your day. They recognise what you have to go through in order to establish yourself, and they admire that about you. The next card, please. They see you as the Ten of Wands, someone that has a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, but this is my card of the stress of success here. So you may have all this responsibility, but it's as though you're strong enough to handle all of this responsibility. You have these wands and you're carrying them, and you have this muscle. You have this muscle to move forward, and it's because you care about others, you care about the community around you, and they see this, right? That they recognize this, and they're honestly very surprised by you. They're very surprised that someone can reach this immense, through so much passion within yourself. You've been able to take on so much responsibility, and you're this person that is quite serious, that is quite able to not only take on your own responsibilities, but take on the responsibilities of others and follow through in such a way that is so creative and original that there's really no one else like you to them, actually. That's what I'm hearing. They don't feel like there's anyone else like you, and they see that it's only you, because this is a 10, okay? So if the wands did represent passion, they see that really they admire that you do what some people would never be able to do. You do what some people would not begin to strive for. It's an intense striving, and it's interesting that they see this in you. They must really believe in you. I feel like at this time, Cancer, your partner truly believes in you. Your partner is there for you. They want to be there for you, and if you're going through any struggles with this energy here of perhaps you were not able to trust people, whether that's in the past or if it's now, I feel like you're coming into really long-term energy here with the Emperor card. But if that is you now, in some sense, in a sense of you are a little bit, you can be a little bit self-critical of yourself perhaps, or of that nature. I feel like they truly see your success. They see the best sides of you here, especially with the Three of Pentacles as well. the energy is that they want you to succeed. They want you to thrive in life. They want to be there for you through anything. They see the harmony that you can create, and they see you as the only person that's able to create that. You are your own entity. You are your own agency. You are your own essence, and they just want to give to you, I feel, actually. That's what I'm getting, because they see how you're able to give so much to others, and they think that you deserve that as well, Cancer. That's what I'm getting. How does your partner see you, Cancer? The Lovers card. They see you as a loving individual, a passionate individual that is open and honest and is willing to go to higher levels. I'm seeing the mountain in the back of this card, and I'm seeing an image here of someone reaching the top of this mountain, and they're waiting for you at the top. This is deep passion. This is intense passion. They recognize the loving side of you and the deeper part of you, the part of you that follows your heart and reaches out to them in some way. There's a certain magnetism about this. See, this is quite interesting, because sometimes it's more straightforward when I get the how they perceive you cards. It's not so you see how these are quite detailed cards to analyze here. And what I'm getting here is it's more about the relationship. When I was thinking of how they perceive you, even though I was trying to apply this to your life and how they see you as an individual, the energy is quite strong, as always, Cancer, but it keeps coming back to the relationship. It's as though despite anything in your life, and despite them wanting so badly to support you emotionally through all of your situations and really be there for you and cheer you on through all of your endeavours, they just see you as someone that they love, and they see you as someone that has a lot of love to give them, and they're just thinking about the intensity and the passion that you can give one another. You see how these two individuals, they're naked, they're bare, and they're coming forward, and we've been talking about this, haven't we? This sense of trust, this sense of being open, this sense of understanding one another completely. They're someone that you can talk to, and vice versa. They feel like they can talk to you about anything. At times it can be overwhelming to them that they've found someone quite like you. I was trying to pick the cards up to shuffle them, and the cards were muddled, and as I tried to put the cards back together, your card came out, Cancer. The Chariot card, and also the Ace of Cups was there, and this is a 6-card spread now. So the Ace of Cups comes into your partner's energy, but here this means that they see you for who you are. I was going to shuffle, but since I noticed that your card was the card that was standing out, that was sticking out here for me, I had to take it out, and next to it was the Ace of Cups. unconditional love here. The Ace of Cups is beautiful, but if we go into your energy, how they perceive you, it really is, they're willing to see you for your authentic self. They're willing to see you for who you are, and they also see you as someone that is strong, that perseveres through anything, through black and white. You take the good, you take the bad, and you move forward with it. And the reason why you move forward, Cancer, is because you see success. There's success at the end of the tunnel, and perhaps because this is how they perceive you, it's saying that they see the success that you're striving towards, they see the success that you're going towards, and again, they're just cheering you on here. And for some reason, my guides again are saying that this is not so much to do with your life, this is more to do with the relationship. So it's almost like you're moving towards them, and they know that this is going to be a successful relationship, or that this is a successful relationship, and as you move, as you continue to move, this relationship is going to expand and expand and expand. So even though it's interesting, because even though I'm trying to relate this to your life, my guides keep telling me this is about how they see you towards the relationship. So again, let's go over this. Okay, they want me to kind of rewind the reading and go again from that point of view. They see you as a harmonious partner, a partner that can be with them through times and work hard and is well deserved of a relationship that is harmonious. You're a person that is well deserved of a relationship that is abundant. Okay, and that's why they believe in you so much. They see you as someone that is awakened in relationships. They see you as someone that is enlightened when it comes to relationships. They see you as someone that they can work with and they can build a long-term foundation with here, with that Empress energy. They also admire you and put you on a pedestal. They see you as someone that can take on responsibility, that sees the seriousness of relationships and wants to move forward. The Lovers card. My guides are telling me to keep going, so I'm going to. The Lovers card, they see you as someone that has true passion, that follows love, that follows true love, follows their heart in this relationship, and you're someone that is open. You're not someone that's closed off to them. They feel you, and if you're ever closed off, they feel you. So it's as though you can't be closed off. It's impossible, because they're at that mountain and they're waiting for you on the other side. And then the last card is they see you as your authentic self. They see you as coming towards them or moving in this relationship forward on this journey with them, and you're someone that can lead the way in love. You're someone they can trust and they can count on. Okay, so very intense energy here for you, Cancer, and I did just go over it again and kind of relate it to the way that it was as it was meant to be. And I couldn't quite get there with the intricacies of this card with just you as a person. So I think that's a message, I feel like, for one of you, that you can be yourself and you can follow your dreams, and they're going to allow you to follow your dreams, and at the same time they want to be one with you and they want to transform love with you. So there's this duality here of wanting to be there for you in your own journey and wanting to be there for you in the relationship journey. So perhaps one of you, that was quite essential for one of you to hear, that they're on your side no matter what, basically. And whatever you're going through, whether that has been in the past or perhaps you've come out of that now and that's why you're the Emperor, I feel like here they're just going to be beside you no matter what, and that you're going to be able to get through anything, and you shouldn't feel unstable, you shouldn't feel insecure, because you are the Emperor. The Emperor is stable. The Emperor transcends any of this low vibrational energy. And the next card is how you perceive your partner, and we have the Ace of Cups here. So they have unconditional love to give to this relationship, and they give unconditional love to, I feel like they perceive the world as a place full of emotion, as a place that they can analyse and really look deep within. Here you see this cup is overflowing, so they're offering you this cup, aren't they? They're offering you this sense of universal love, but they're giving it to you. and they're doing so authentically. They're reaching out their hand and they're saying, this is real, this is coming from a place of truth, a place of true love, and I'm extending this and it's overflowing, and because it's overflowing, it's going to keep going and going and going and going. And they're saying that this journey, it may feel like it's always new, it may always feel like that true love, that one love, but it's going to keep going, and this journey is long term. You see that stream there? The depths of this relationship, I feel like you see them and you see the depths of them. You see that they want this emotion, they want this passion that you have as well, and they want to give this to you, and nothing's stopping. I feel like you can't believe how giving they are, how ever giving they are in love. The next card out is the King of Cups. As you are a Cancer, I would say this could represent that you see yourself in them. You see some aspects of yourself in them, and perhaps they reflect some aspects of you that you love. And even if those aspects are aspects of yourself that again may be vulnerable to some extent, or you feel that they are, but to them, when you see that in them, you see it as beautiful. You see it as something authentic about them, and you see them as stable, emotionally speaking. They are emotionally intelligent individuals and emotionally involved individuals. They have a lot of empathy inside of them, so they work to better themselves in order to better others around them. No matter how busy that water is, the deep depths of their heart go, they will sit there and they will try to build a kingdom, and they will build a kingdom here. And they'll sit there with this cup, and I feel like this cup is the Ace of Cups, and they're giving that cup to you, they're holding on to you, and this is a stable love. I feel like you're seeing someone here, you're seeing this individual, you're seeing your partner here as their own emotional entity, and you're seeing the love that they have to give as really its own being, actually. There's nothing quite like this, and again, it's that sense of astonishment that you both have for one another, this intuition that this is meant to happen, this is meant to be with this individual, and it wouldn't feel the same in any other way. If you took this situation out of context, if you took the situation anywhere else, if you took your relationship anywhere else, it just wouldn't make sense. It's like you fit together perfectly. And as you go out into the world, and it feels right, it feels like it's meant to happen, it feels like it was part of your journey, and you have faith in this. And again, this is surrounded by faith. To them, there's nobody like you, and to you, there's nobody like them. And you're completely different from one another here. Well, in your partner's energy, it's the Strength card here with that harmony with the lion and the infinity symbol. You could be completely different, but it just makes you more beautiful as you come together. That's what I'm getting. The Three of Wands. Your partner looks out into the horizon and they see something more expansive. They look out far and wide, and they may be waiting for some kind of fulfillment at this time. They may be looking upon their dreams, and they've made decisions in their life that are quite powerful, and they represent a journey of the soul. And the path they've chosen is one where they can grow, and you're respecting that in them, and you're respecting
I guess, the dreams that they have and their willingness to observe them and try and fulfill them in the right way, and the way they analyse as well. You see how this person's looking over the water, and the water's quite deep here, and this is a card of waiting for ships to come in. It is a card, and this here is saying that they're willing to look over the water and analyse the depths of this water, metaphorically speaking, and you know, before those ships come in, they're willing to take the time to really move forward in the right way and to understand the deeper meaning behind what they create and behind what they do in life. And I feel like that's something you find attractive about them. They're quite patient, they're quite harmonious in that sense. And you admire that patience, that they don't just jump to anything. You know, they sit here firm on their throne with the Ace of Cups, and they make decisions when the time is right, and they do so from a place of true fulfillment inside themselves, a true emotional passion and love. It's a creative energy as well, the Threes. We have the Three of Wands on their side and the Three of Pentacles on your side. So I feel like here you both have this creative essence about you. And when you look at them, you see family, you see a sense of unity, you know, that sense of unity that surrounds that family feel. And this could say to me that you felt like you've known this person from birth. You feel like you've known this person forever, even if, you know, despite anything, you know, you could, again, we're going back to that place where you don't even need to speak in order to understand one another. It's as though you look at them and it's like they've always been a part of your life, whether you've known them or not. When you haven't known them, you've still felt them around you. That's this kind of card. And it's also a card of wholesome giving and receiving, because the cups are all about feelings and emotions. And there's a stable foundation here, there's a community behind them, and they're giving these overflowing flowers to each other, and it's a wholesome love, it's a mutual love. And to have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups here, you see this person's love, you see this person as someone that really wants to help others and give to others and give to the community in such a way that is wholesome and authentic. Again, the white hand that we saw in the Ace of Wands is there, and it's true, and you're not letting this go. I will never let you go. So you're, again, is this your thoughts, Cancer? It's, wow. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles. You see them as offering something that is, again, going back to that sense of there's nothing like this out there. You see this pentacle? There's one. There is one pentacle. They're devoted to this. They are committed to this, and they're offering this. I feel like this is saying they have something long-term to offer to the world that's bright, that is stable, that is, in a sense, your idea of I don't like to use the word perfection, but if you look up the meaning of this card can literally mean perfect. So perhaps that's saying that to you, there's something about them, there's a long-term journey about them that's perfect, and this could be what they're offering to the relationship or what they offer to the world. It's just that you see what they have to give, and it's something tangible, it's something practical as well as loving. So the authenticity here, you see the two hands as they're coming out of this cloud. It's quite divine, isn't it? Again, they're offering, I feel like here this is saying that they're offering you a long-term journey that is wholesome, and it's also one of love, and you see what they have to offer quite clearly, and they see what you have to offer as well. But it's in this sense they're cheering you on, and I feel like you know that, Cancer, because you're looking at their side and you're seeing all of these cups, and I feel like here you perceive them as all this love that they're giving you. So it's this sense of they're giving so much to you, because they adore you so much and they see how much you can give to the relationship. And so it's this mutual giving and receiving, I feel, because you are in the Emperor energy, so they feel safe around you. And at this time with the High Priestess, there could be this sense of, you know, you don't even need to communicate this, you just know, you just inherently know. And perhaps they inherently know that you're the Emperor, that you're the father of the deck. And let us just show you here. You're serious about this relationship, that means. You're all of the kings combined. This person is wise. This person again is all-knowing. The next card and the final card for how you see your partner is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is my dreamer card. This is someone that has a journey that they want to fulfill in life, and it's one that aligns with hopes and passions. It's so much that you see the side of them that adores this journey. You see the side of them that really wants this journey to be one of true dreams and inspiration, and I feel like you like that about them. You like the dreamer side of them, because they've had to go through a lot. They've had to really analyse their life, and they've came to the realisation that it's not so much the everyday, and in a sense it is, but I'm getting here that they know what truly matters. They know what truly matters, and they follow what truly matters, and they will always stand by their morals and their values, and they will do what feels right in their life. And I feel like that's so fundamental to you. That is what inspires you. And when you see them and you see them following their dreams, it inspires you to follow your dreams. So again, this is a couple that you can be yourselves with one another. You can grow with one another as individuals, but you'll always be together. Do you see? It's like this sense of you're one with one another on such a deep level that you can have your own journeys and you can still feel completely whole. You can still feel complete, and you are holding on to each other quite tightly here. The energy is very strong where you're just holding on to each other so tightly. Again, your partner here with the Nine of Cups, as they're folding arms here, sitting here, and you see it took a while to focus there because the energy is so intense. You're really not letting go. You're really not letting go. But at the same time, you allow each other to thrive. So even though there's this intense devotion, I feel like I should say that, it's this intense devotion, intense passion with one another, you're still letting each other really thrive, and it's not at a place that's toxic. I feel like you're letting go of things that are toxic, actually. So it's as though this is actually perfect for you both, because you're extremely committed to one another, and through being committed, you're able to release any negative energy here with the Death card. You're able to release anything that doesn't resonate and build each other and grow with one another. Cancer, we began with your current situation regarding love, and then we moved on to your partner's current situation regarding love, regarding this relationship, and then we looked at how they perceive you and how you perceive them. Now we're going to close the reading with the future of this relationship, the future of this love. The future of this love for Cancer and their partner. The first card came out quite quickly, and we have the Magician here. Again, there aren't many infinity symbols on these cards. It's only on a few cards, and this is the second time. So this is a sense again of having everything you need with one another, manifesting this abundant relationship with one another where you have everything on the table. You have the cups, the emotions, the feelings, you have the swords, which are the intelligence and the authenticity. You have the pentacles, which are the long term, the grounding, and you have the wands, which is the passion and the intuition. The motivation here to be one with one another is, you see here how there's flowers growing around this card, and they're holding their hand up to one another, and they're saying, this is exactly what we feel it is. This is part of our journey, and our journey is to be one with one another. And you see there's one at the top of this card. The Magician is the first card in the deck. So this is saying that you know that this journey is long term. You know that there's so much that you're supposed to be doing together and that you are going to accomplish together, and you may already be on this journey. You may have already created so much already, but I feel like here you're realizing that there's so much more, and maybe you're coming into a new cycle with this individual, and you're just giving more and more to one another. There's something here as well about promises, because they may not be making a promise symbol with the hand, but I kind of saw that. My guides kind of showed that to me, and I feel like that's saying that you're both holding each other's promises dearly. You're both trusting one another, and you're both remaining committed to one another and completely devoted to one another here. And again, I feel like I should put this in the title of the video, that there's some kind of intense devotion here, and I feel it. It's very heavy and it's very deep, and you both go very deep with one another, I feel like, and because you want to, because you trust one another. The future of this relationship for Cancer and their partner. You both have the Fool card. This is a card of faith, endless faith, as you see this person, they're looking over this cliff and they don't know what's in front of them, but they're willing to jump, and in a way they're willing to jump because there's so much possibility, there's endless possibility, because it's unknown in a way. And I like to think of this card as the beginning and the end of the deck. So when you think about the Magician, it's the number one, it's the inception. It's the inception of something, and it's the ability to manifest. It's the ability for both of you to really attract what you want and what you desire. And with the infinity sign, it's something that comes from a place of true faith and true desire. And by that I mean what you want to attract, what you want to bring forth to the world, and what you want to create that really resonates with both of you as a couple and in your journey together. And then the Fool card is the 0, and this is the end of the deck and the beginning of the deck. And we think about how every decision that you make, every step that you move in this journey of love, it's surrounded by that light, it's surrounded by that faith. And this really just goes back to the beginning of the reading as well. It's like the beginning and the end of the reading. We were speaking about this light that surrounds you both, and moving that forward and maintaining that really all the way through. And the Sun at the side of this card, again, the Sun represents clarity. It represents feeling safe in a foundation. Companionship, devotion. Wow, the next card out is the Ten of Pentacles. The 10 is the highest you can go. So if we see the 10 of Pentacles, this is whatever you perceive as worth, whatever you perceive as value, you both see that in one another. So I feel like here you have mutual values and morals, and it's your duty here to really be committed to one another and go towards a journey that's long term. But this is about knowing that, this is about receiving that. The 10 is the highest. So you see that tower in the background, that tower is strong. That is a secure foundation, that is a stable foundation, and that is one that is very much the highest point of worth. And that can be, I like to feel, when I think of worth, I think of values. I feel of a feel of companionship. So this really is about really feeling safe with one another. And the fact there's so much, I feel, light around this connection, I feel like we really need those pentacles. We really need that stable energy just to ground this in something, because as I'm connecting to it, as I'm channeling your energy, Cancer, it's very intense for me. It's very intense. It's a very beautiful reading, especially with the 10 of Pentacles here. That's really the highest point you can go with one another. This journey is definitely one of the Emperor. And I'm surprised that the Empress hasn't come out, because the Empress did come out in my pre-meditation, which is, again, the divine counterpart of the Emperor. And I feel like it's a knowing that you both are there for one another. It's like it doesn't need to. And if we have a look at the details within this reading as well, it's a very descriptive read. You know, it's very much the depths of the reading. It's very much all of the minor arcana here. It's very descriptive in a way. So it's as though you both know this so intensely that really what I'm here to do, the message I'm here to convey, is just the details, because you both can look at each other, and through looking at one another you can dive into one another and really know what's there, what's underneath this, the deeper meaning behind this. The next card is the Page of Cups. This is my authentic love card. This is my warm-hearted love, this authenticity, this empathy. And this is the page, so I like to say that this is the page of many. This is the page of a book, and it's as though each day is just a day again of feeling so whole, feeling so genuine with one another. And it's a very pure energy, it's a very innocent energy, and it's one that comes from a place of youth, actually. You know, going back to that child self that I saw that vision in my pre-meditation of a child, and they're getting flashes and they're scared of those flashes at first, but in the end they become the light. They are the light. And again, it's this sense of genuine love, of genuine light, and allowing each other to be in that together, allowing each other into each other's bubble, and really seeing each other for who they really are. The next card is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the protector. She is the nurturer. She plants seeds in her garden and she watches over them and she lets them flourish. She tends to that garden. And this is saying that you're both going to look out for one another in a way that inspires one another, in a way that's quite passionate and caring. This is quite a maternal energy, so you know, this is both of you bringing out that maternal side in one another and really just caring deeply and moving forward no matter what, and also seeing the bigger picture. This is an expansive energy. This is saying, look, we're looking deep into each other now, we're going deep within one another, but we also can expand that love. We can also see that light and how that can transcend into other paths of our life and our journey, and really never giving up. Never giving up on one another, never giving up individually, and never giving up in the life journey that you have. And I have to say the word devotion again, because I want to remind myself, because I want to put that in the title, that there is just something about this that's very much just, I feel both of you, and it's, you just want that so much, and it's almost like you've gone your whole lives, and you can definitely see it here with these two cards, with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. It's like you've gone your whole lives and you've just wanted this, and you've never quite had it. There's always been short victories, in a sense of perhaps what you've been pursuing has not felt complete in some way, and now you're feeling complete, now you're feeling whole. And because you feel like you know what it's like to not quite feel that, not quite feel like you've not quite feel complete, when you do, it's so much more profound and it's so much more intense, and that's really the energy I'm getting. It's like every day is an authentic day. Every day is the start of love again and again. And the Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So this is again a mutual love, a mutual giving and receiving. This individual, they look upon the trials and tribulations of others and they create balance, they create justice. You see these scales there? They feel like it's their duty in love to be equal. They feel like it's their duty in love to be able to give something that is going to be beneficial for both of you in a way that's long term and in a way that's going to be grounded and also loving at the same time. So, and again we have the Six of Cups here, which is that wholesome giving and receiving. So both of you just want an equal and authentic relationship. And again, you understand the trials and tribulations that go into life, and you're willing to support one another through any of these trials and tribulations. Wow. So the last card for your reading, I can't believe this. It's amazing. The last card in your reading is the Empress, Cancer. So I said I was surprised that the Empress hadn't come out, because I feel like you both know that it's that sense of being a true pair here with the Emperor and the Empress. And we do close the reading with the Empress. The Empress is the unconditional love. She has a forest behind her, and she looks upon what's in front of her and what more she can create, because the Threes are about creation. She gives birth to ideas, she gives birth to, really creative energy. She is the mother of the deck. She's all the queens combined. So she's looking to understand people. She's looking to analyse people in a way where she can relate to them and give and receive equally some kind of loving energy, some kind of unconditionally loving energy. And if you're both moving forward with that, then it's a relatable love. It's an understanding love. It's also that sense of nurturing. It's also that sense of, again, being committed. And the message in this reading is quite clear, Cancer, I have to say. So we have here the father and the mother, all of the queens combined and all of the kings combined. You both are quite evolved in this love. And because the Empress is coming through in the future of your reading, Cancer, I would say that, again, look at that cement heart. Do you see what I mean? That devoted energy, that permanent energy that this unconditional love is, because this card represents unconditional love as well as the Ace of Cups. And because this is coming through, this is saying that you both are embodying this energy. You both are embodying this creation energy, this creative energy, this unconditional love energy, and moving forward in this. So a very beautiful way to close the reading. We have two major arcana. I mean, this is very detailed, by the way, so this is very much minor arcana, but if we do take note of the major arcana here, we have the Emperor well, yeah, I was about to say the Magician, but instead I said the Emperor, but there we go again. Very beautiful, actually. So, yeah, the Emperor and the Empress. It's like, I can't mention the Empress without having to mention the Emperor, because you both are so much alike in a sense, but alike and different. It's interesting. You probably understand that more than me. And the Magician here, again, is about having everything to manifest and having that infinity sign there. And then if we have the Empress as the close of the reading, she again is unconditional love. So it's saying that you really can manifest anything with the feelings that you have for one another. My guides are saying you understand how deep this goes. You understand, Cancer. And you're one of the, well, you are the most emotionally intelligent of the signs, and that can be a big responsibility for you at times, Cancer, can't it? Because you have all this love inside of you. So it's no doubt here that you appreciate this and you're going to embody the world energy in your current situation regarding love, because this must mean so much to you that you feel this, and it's very, very much something that you've been wanting to manifest in your life, and vice versa for your partner here, it feels as well. So now I've written a poem for every card in this deck. So to close the energy, I like to pull a card and then read the poem that I've written. And this is where I step back and I let your intuition take over. So as I read this poem, this is purely a gift to you and your partner. And you can take this away. You can pause the video when I show you the poem as well after I read it, and maybe take time to either read that by yourself and see what it means to you, see what your guides tell you within yourself, your intuition tells you, as it's highly with the High Priestess in your energy and all of this Wand's energy in yours. And we did start the reading with the Change card came out, which is the Divinely Guided card, right before we even began. I would say here that your intuition is very on point as well. One poem, please. One poem. Cancer and their partner. A poem for Cancer and their partner, please. The poem that came out for you, Cancer, is the Sun card. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is a safe and secure foundation, and you see that child can roam freely behind these walls because they are stable, they're loving, they're built on love, and they're built on clarity. So it's supposed to be the happiest card in the deck, and for some reason I wanted to say the happiest couple. So I feel like in a way it's more about the fulfillment here, because I feel like you're both in a mode of taking this relationship so seriously that me saying the happiest couple could mean, well, it's not just about that for us. We're so devoted, we're so committed, we're just inspiring one another every day, and happiness is just an after effect of what we already embody. I feel like that's really the energy here. So let me find this poem for you, Cancer. Let's see. 58. As I said 58, I have to say for some reason, as I said 58, I was thinking of numbers and I thought of 2 7s. As I said that, I don't know why, but I did. That's for some reason I got that message. It's like both of you can share that with one another. So if one of you is a 5, then the other one of you is an 8, then you can give that other person the 5 and make them whole. You can give them the extra 2 which then makes the 7, which is spiritual, and then you can give them the extra 1, which is oneness, and you both do that with one another. So you're neither the 5 or the 8. It's like a mutual giving and receiving of both this energy. I'm not sure if I'll leave that in. I might do, because maybe one of you it needed to hear that. Anyway, moving on with the Sun card. The Sun card here. This is the poem for you and your partner. They are embracing their light, feeling most safe and sincere. Inquisition is curious and bright, discovering inspiration in all near. This pure radiance is a little bliss, a surprise that is most welcome. These feelings of true happiness can appreciate in divine freedom. Divine freedom. What was I saying about that sense of being whole with one another, but also free at the same time? And it's interesting because the message is about light, and we've been talking about that all the way through, about this light, and the opening line to this poem is, they are embracing their light. They are embracing their light, feeling most safe and sincere. Inquisition is curious and bright, discovering inspiration in all near. What did I say as well about you both inspiring one another? This poem fits perfectly. It's a perfect end to this beautiful reading. This pure radiance is a little bliss, a surprise that is most welcome. These feelings of true happiness can appreciate in divine freedom. So that's the closing message, and here is the poem for any of you that want to look into that. Let me just make sure that focuses for you. Forgive me if you can't read my handwriting there. I feel like it's... Is it focusing? Beautiful. They're also telling me to read the other poem, and I feel like I might, because this is the closing energy and I want to leave you on that message, but I might go into that, the next poem, which is the 6 of Pentacles poem, in the extended reading. But thank you, Cancer, again. This is your journey. I am just the messenger, so thank you for sharing this beautiful story with me. And for any of you that do want to look at the deeper meaning behind this relationship, I do offer an extended portion to this reading where you see how I was saying this is the story. I go into really now the energy behind this, the deeper meaning behind this, the divine meaning behind this, the message behind this, and the purpose for you and your partner. That is an immediate download for any of you that want to check that out in the description and go through to my website. And as always, I'm sending you all of my love and all of my light and all of my love blessings for your journey forward in this connection. So Cancer, I already closed the reading, and as I went to, I guess, put these cards away, I was just amazed by how beautiful this spread was. I was amazed by, well, let me just show you. You have 3 of the aces here. We have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. And that really is a sign of authentic and everlasting love. I can't believe it, honestly. The unconditional love aspect of this is so strong with the Empress energy and the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Pentacles, that flame, that fire, and it blows me away. So I really am happy for you both. this sense of new love every day. My guides are saying that it felt like it was hard to find, and it's right here, so it's beautiful. And we have the Emperor, we have the Empress, we have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, we have the Ace of Cups, unconditional love, we have the Three of Wands, which is wish fulfillment, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is complete success and abundance, we have the wholesome love, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the sense of admiring one another, and the Lovers card is so strong. The Lovers card is the magnetism that I've been describing. And the World card, the World, so it's very beautiful. And wow, look at that energy. The camera had trouble focusing then, and I'm having trouble articulating my words because of the intensity, so look at you both. And remember that this can be vice versa, this can be interchangeable, so just take it how it resonates with you, Cancer, and again, my love blessings in your movements forward.